Actually manifesting a McLaren right now, and so far the simulation is denying all of my requests because I'm offering way less than what they're asking for it. But I believe that I'm living in my wish fulfilled, and I'm persisting in this feeling, and I'm just going to allow it to happen. It's like a crazy, insane number that's way under what they're asking for the vehicle, but I've got a good feeling that I'm going to get this. And I wanted to make a video on this before it actually happens, but I'm not going to post this until after it happens. So I wanted to create a video on living in your wish fulfilled, whether you have the money for it or not. Even though the sticker price on something says $260,000 and you only have, say, $100,000 or even less than, or even $150,000, you can make that offer. You can appeal that decision, with the subconscious mind. You don't need a logical sequence of events to add up to something. Like if there's a house that you want that costs $1 million or $500,000, but you don't have the money, you only have $100,000, or your credit's not so good, it doesn't mean in any way that you can't get it. And this is something that I've mastered over the years with manifestation. And I'm actually expecting that call to pick up my new McLaren today. And that's going to happen any second while I'm shooting this video. I was just on phone call with one of the salespeople, and they were kind of flabbergasted, of my offer. But I've been living in my wish fulfilled, been falling asleep driving a McLaren, so it's going to happen one way or the other. And I just don't feel like that the money that they're asking for these in the economy the way that it is, or that the simulation's showing me, that they should be worth that. But obviously they are selling for that. But I'm appealing this, and I'm changing this within the simulation to see if I can make this happen. And I believe it's already happened. Like I'm already living, and every time I drive one of my other cars, I feel like I'm in the McLaren too. The McLaren is definitely an upgrade, and I really look forward to that. But I wanted to make this video to show you, that anything is possible to you. Anything is possible within the simulation when you slow the analytical mind down. The volume of the analytical mind, you slow all of that down. You can actually manipulate things the way that you want them to be. And you don't need a logical sequence of events for things to happen in order for you to get things. Something off the wall can happen to you. You can have someone just decide to give you $10,000 or $50,000, or you get a car that says it's worth $100,000. You could get it for $20,000. You could get it for free. You could have a gift. You could have someone you can be that person. And I just want to let everybody know in this video that you are limitless. You can create whatever you want, and you can be that lucky person that can just be some random giveaway where you make a lot of money. And that's why even in my community, I'm about to launch another $1,000 giveaway for just one of my random members, just to make $1,000. And it'll happen, to the person that feels the most natural in that feeling, that is actually working on that the most. We're gonna do bigger giveaways within the community to come. But that's just one of the ones that we're doing. We already did one, for June, but we're gonna do another one very soon. If you join the community, you'll have access to winning that $1,000 just by being in my community and enjoying the process. And also you get coaching calls with me, 3 times a week. And we have a whole classroom with different courses, videos that are laid out, which we are restructuring right now, but you have access to over 500 hours of sleep meditations, morning meditations, all of this, in order to get your mind to that level where you can start manipulating things, start creating and changing your own reality to get exactly what you want out of life. And maybe you want a McLaren. Do you want a McLaren? Leave a comment below if you want a McLaren. What kind of McLaren? How does it feel right now for you to be driving that McLaren? Start asking yourself these questions. Start falling asleep. And every time you're driving your car, imagine yourself driving a McLaren or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, a Corvette, whatever, or a G-Wagon, whatever. That's going to be my next vehicle that I'm going to get. I already have one in my sights now for a G-Wagon because I'm already driving it in my imagination. Whenever I get in my truck, I'm driving a G-Wagon. I'm driving the G-Wagon. Whenever I get into my Corvette, I'm driving a McLaren, and then it'll be a Lamborghini, and then it'll be a Porsche, and then it'll be a Bugatti eventually, because we are limitless beings. So what are you doing all day long in your own imagination? What do you feel to be true in your world, even though you may not see that actual reality yet? To start practicing this throughout the day. Start falling asleep in the house you want to be in, driving the car you want to be in the relationship you want to be in, the physique that you want to have, everything. Because I believe that you should be multifaceted too. You should hit everything. Your health, your wealth, your wisdom, your relationships, everything should be on point. You know, especially your health and your physique and your abundance and just your overall frequencies. That should be very well-rounded, all of those things. And I believe that everyone has this potential within them, you know, and this is something that anyone and everyone can attain is simply by turning your attention away from what the simulation is showing you and turn it within your own imagination and know that you can have whatever you want. And regardless of what someone says, you know, just because this salesman told me that no, there's no way that we're going to give you this car for 50% off, it's just not happening. And I say, well, go talk to your boss about that, because I'm going to talk to my boss about that, and that's the only boss that matters, and that's my wonderful human imagination. That is God. Okay, God is controlling this and no one else. It's a simulation for me being pushed out. So I've been driving this McLaren now in my own imagination for some time, and I know I'm going to be driving a McLaren soon because I already am driving a McLaren. So remember that with everything that you're trying to create. If you're trying to create something, you already have that. You already have the McLaren. You already have the house of your dreams. You're already in the relationship. You already have the physique that you want, and you live within that, and you act accordingly with that new version of yourself, acting as if. All right, I love you all, and don't forget to sign up for my community. You get 3 live calls from me, 3 coaching calls a week to get further into this, and we have an entire community that's based on this, we're all holding each other accountable. And one of the most important things about developing this is having reminders where you don't forget to do this. Don't go back to your everyday life. Stay in a community that is keeping you on point, that we have reminders. We're constantly posting reminders on using your imagination, staying in your wish fulfilled, and you will get notifications on your phone about this. So you get these reminders. See the ladder? One of you out there has been falling asleep climbing a ladder. That's why you see that ladder behind me. It's because that's a glitch in the simulation. I know my camera keeps going that way. It's not even supposed to, but I think someone is supposed to see that. All right, I love you all. Join my community. I'll see you inside. Love you.